Hi, I'm Alex Clark, and this is my Greg DeMuro impersonation. We're here with the Chevrolet ZR1 Corvette today with the ZTK track package, the carbon wheels, and the carbon aero kit. This is a ZR1 that has it all. Guys, this is the American supercar. This vehicle will get you over 1,000 horsepower, over 800 foot-pounds of torque, and it'll do it while looking amazing. It has, with the ZTK package, the 4.0 magnetic ride assist plus, so it has the same magnetic ride that's optional on the other Corvettes, but tuned up to 11. If you want a car that's going to dominate the track and still be fun to drive in real life, still enjoyable while you're out in the streets, there is no direct competitor to this car. No one makes a car quite like this. If you want to take all the power of the Z06 but add twin turbos to that to ratchet that power up to nearly double, this is it. This is the ZR1. So we're going to walk around the car and kind of look at some of the features that come with the ZTK track pack, some of the features that come with the carbon aero kit. Of course, most obviously of all, you have this beautiful front splitter carbon. In addition to that, on the wheels on both sides, you're gonna see this comes with the factory Chevrolet carbon fiber wheels, which look fantastic, help keep weight down. You also have the carbon continues over to the target top. Yes, you can take the top off. Yes, you can have fun with this on the weekends. But when you have the top on, when you're on the track, it has a beautiful lightweight carbon hood. The carbon features and accents continue to the nacelles on the side and over on the back. You can also see the beast itself through the visible window. These cars aren't made on a factory line. The engines and powertrains on these are assembled by one person, one guy. So in this case, Simi Green, Mr. Simi Green in Bowling Green, Kentucky, thank you for your beautiful work. It looks fantastic. You know, this whole powertrain was put together, the final touch was put together by one person. One Corvette expert had his hands on this. This was not assembly line. You have all the stats right here on this ZR1. Displacement, 5.5 liters. Horsepower, 1,064 horses. 828 foot-pounds of torque with a 981 compression ratio. Guys, one of the things that's fun about this is not only to get access to all your fluids back here, you get a look at the engine. You're at Cars and Coffee, you can be like, hey guys, nice car you got. Here's a real car, take a look. You got the engine we're gonna show off, but also you have generous trunk room. That's one of the things that really defines this generation Corvette. You have a fantastic trunk for weekend luggage in back. Now, I'm sure you've noticed it by now. You'd be kind of crazy if you didn't. But we have this absolutely ginormous carbon spoiler that comes with the aero kit on this. And this helps keep the car planted to the ground. This car is so fast that when it's at full acceleration, there's a lot of lift. So this wing is not simply to give you that fast and furious look, though I love that. This is here as a performance feature to help this vehicle live up to its immense potential. We are here in the ZR1 Corvette. This is the very first one we've had here at Clark Chevrolet. This one's already pre-sold, so we're not doing any kind of aggressive driving at all. Just a note, if you're buying a ZR1, they recommend you have 1,500 miles on the vehicle before you do any kind of track driving or spirited driving or anything like that. So we're just gonna take it around, get first impressions, drive it not even around the block, and just kind of see what it feels like. Again, this vehicle has 1,064 horsepower and 828 foot-pounds of torque. So I'm always curious how these hypercars, these crazy cars, how they drive when you just go to get groceries, man, because let's be real here. As much as I wish I was Batman, just like everyone else, what does this feel like to just take a corner or go around a curb? This has the very aggressive carbon aero package, and that carbon aero package comes with an aggressive front lip spoiler. So, as we take this little decline here, we're gonna go very slowly, take it at an angle, not do anything crazy at all. This thing's a monster, going true to respect. Super clear, super clean. One of the things I like about this is this comes with the digital rear view mirror. So instead of relying on the camera kind of going through that little port out the back to see through the back window, instead of relying on that, now you can rely on the digital camera that's always going to have a clear, unobstructed view of the outside. So I think that's a very nice touch. And they've had to do a lot of things to make the chassis of this vehicle as responsive and as rigid as possible. And so instead of sacrificing rigidity for rear visibility, by having that digital rear view mirror, which Chevrolet's had on Silverados, Tahoes, etc. as an available feature for a while, by making that choice, they've really kind of done away with one of the downsides of the reduced rear viewing field that they've chosen to go with, just so they can have a more rigid, responsive, fun to drive chassis. And I think they made the absolute correct decision on that. And right now, just driving it, it's very easy to use. You know, you can still pop it to manual mode if you want, make sure it's adjusted, see out the window. But I mean, for me, if this were my car, it would be living in digital mode 100% of the time. Driving it slowly, it does everything very predictably. It has the 4.0 magnetic ride suspension, which is an improved version of what you get on the other Vettes as an option. And so even though this is like as track capable a vehicle as anyone and any brand has ever made, this is not uncomfortable to drive. The suspension is not unfriendly. You know, you can switch between suspension modes. Right now I'm in sport mode, and in sport mode, everything is very comfortable, right? I'm not feeling like this is oppressive to drive, you know? My daily is a Civic Type R. And if you're a Civic Type R person, you probably know that suspension be kind of stiff. This car is very good at being able to adjust from that very like GT Grand Tourer feel, where it has great handling, but still is very comfortable to drive. But then you get it in track mode and you get into the other modes, and all of a sudden it becomes a track monster, and you get that stiffness you'd want in that specific scenario. So with a car like this, it's great because you have the ability to have a lot of fun on the track, killing a drag strip, really any kind of motorsport basically this would qualify for. And but at the same time, if you want to live with it, if you want to drive it around town, it's not oppressive. And especially it's not oppressive like a lot of the cars that can cost this much can be. So first impressions, I mean, this is a special car. This isn't, you know, the kind of thing you see every day, right? You know, I'm in the car business, I'm a car dealer. I see a lot of cars all the time, and I see a lot of cool cars, right? But this is special. This feels like you're in a piece of art. And, you know, for the lucky people that find that the performance is worth the cost of a vehicle like this, they're in for a really special experience. There's not a lot of cars like this in the world, and there's certainly no car like this anywhere near this price point, right? This is considerably cheaper than any of its European rivals, and even vehicles that cost 2 to 3 to 4 times as much, this will outperform the vast majority of them. So if you love the new C8 Corvette, like many people do, it's been a huge hit for Chevrolet, and you want, hey man, I need something even more than that Z06. If you're like, hey bro, what happens if we put a turbo on a dual turbo on a Z06? Man, the ZR1's that answer. It gives you incredible performance, incredible power, but in a very luxurious, sporty place, sporty interior that's very nice to live in. And man, you still have the target top even, so you can still take the top off and have fun on the weekends. Like, this is truly a remarkable vehicle. There's very few cars like this in the world, and for, you know, a couple lucky people, they're going to get to experience this firsthand. As a track car, this is with very few parallels. As a daily driver, man, it's not bad. I can learn to live with this. It also has the updated 2025 interior, where we got rid of the wall buttons, and the buttons, the actual click buttons, are now under the infotainment system. So very easy to live with, very beautiful car. Come check one out. Come order one in Clark Chevrolet. So this is also a very distinctive Corvette. When you drive the C8 ZR1 around, I don't think you're gonna get mistaken for, you know, the average run-of-the-mill Corvette. This is a very special car. Chevrolet has put their best efforts into this. There are going to be very few of these made, and this is a vehicle that I think when people are talking about the cars of the 2020s, this is the one people are going to be talking about in the 2040s, 2050s, and beyond. This is a truly special car, and there is no direct competitor. The Euro competitors all cost 3 to 4 times as much, and most of them have worse performance. So this is a special car, and this is for a very particular customer, for someone who demands the best and is ready to make that happen. And here at Clark Chevrolet, we love cars like this. We love building and ordering and putting together really interesting, fun cars for our customers. And guys, I think this one really knocked it out of the park. I think it looks fantastic in the white. It looks fantastic with the full carbon kit. This is as light and as fun to drive and as aggressive as a Corvette you can get until you get up to ZR1X, you know. And ZR1X, the hybrid's not for everybody. So if you want the ultimate track attack monster, this is it. There are very few cars in the world that can hang with this car at any price point, including double, triple, quadruple the price. So if you're an American, you should be proud of this car. This is pretty dang cool. To Simi over in Bowling Green, thank you for your hard work. I appreciate your hand in this beautiful vehicle. Thank you guys.